So it doesn't matter how much you are making, if you are living paycheck to paycheck right now, meaning that the money that you get on a monthly basis goes to all your bills and all your expenses, if you were to magically earn double the amount every single month, you would probably still live paycheck to paycheck. Okay guys, welcome back to another video. Bit of a different one today. We are not going to be talking about social media marketing or running a social media marketing agency, but today what I want to talk about is how you can basically get more out of the money you make, so that even if you don't make a huge amount of cash, you can make that cash go further. So making money is the first and foremost thing that you've got to learn to do. But the second most important thing that you got to do is you've got to take that money, you've got to save it, and you've got to invest it so that your money starts multiplying itself. And ultimately, this is where the magic happens. So today I'm going to give you 3 lifestyle principles that come into the realm of frugality, and what they're going to do is they're going to help you attain more financial independence while avoiding lifestyle creep. So before we get into this, let me just say that I am not a financial advisor, planner, or anybody who's registered to talk about this, but I'm a guy on the internet who likes making money and sharing with others how you can also make money and make your money go a bit longer for you. So why should you listen to me? Look, in the most simplest form, it doesn't matter how much you're making. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, you will continue living paycheck to paycheck even if you were magically to earn 2 or 3 times the amount of money that you currently make right now. So if you don't follow these principles that I'm going to share with you, you're naturally going to just increase your spend every single month until all of a sudden you're back at step 1, where your income is almost all being spent on a monthly basis. So if you've ever wanted to retire early or just get a bit ahead in life and have a bit of cash with you waiting for you to use it, this is for you. So principle 1 is to earn more and spend less. When you earn more, your natural instinct is to go and actually spend more money. You earn 10 grand, so you want to buy something nice, you want to reward yourself, and that's completely fine. But the problem is when you start spending almost all of that income every single month. So if you earn 2 grand per month and you currently spend 1.5 grand per month, if you were to magically start making, let's say, 4 grand per month, you would probably find a way very quickly to all of a sudden be spending 3 grand per month. You'd move into a nicer apartment, you might even upgrade your car, and you'd probably start buying more clothes and more jewelry and more things like this that would make you feel like a more high status person. And this is the key reason why so many millionaires and people who get rich go bankrupt after making a ton of money. Because making money is just the first step. You have to learn how to make the money, but then use that money, save it and invest it so it goes further for you. And if you're not consciously aware of this, it's so easy to fall into this. You earn more, so naturally you just want to get more nice things and spend money on yourself. So now I know a lot of people are going to see this and going to be like, well, like what's the point? You know, you got to make money so that you can spend it, and why not spend your hard-earned money and do all the things you want to enjoy? But I also agree. I think that you should earn money to spend it, but you should do it wisely. Spending 50 or 70% of your monthly income on your rent and also on partying and going out, I don't think that's a wise decision. What I would rather do is spend a lot less on rent, spend a lot less on going out, partying and doing all of that stuff, and take the extra money, put it back into a business or even into an investment, and maybe give myself the opportunity to retire early. Would you rather be the 60-year-old who drives a really fancy car but has to go into his 9 to 5 every single day? Or would you rather be the guy who in his 30s has the option to actually stop working? He can then choose if he wants to continue working because maybe he likes his job, but he has that option. The second principle is to save a set amount of your income every single month. Start small and scale up. Pick a small percent, whether that's 10 or 20% of your monthly income, and commit to that. To make this easier on yourself, set up an automatic transaction every single month that takes 10% from your income and puts it into a separate bank account, which we're going to call your saving account. Now you've got one bank account for income and expenses, and you've got a second bank account for solely saving and investments. Very quickly, you're going to see that savings account blow up and you're going to be very proud. Then what you want to do is on a quarterly or maybe even a biannually basis, take a portion of those savings and invest them. Make them go further for you. So look, you've got tons of options. The most common options for people who want to go down the low risk route would be to invest in an index fund or maybe even government bonds. So if you save 20% of your income and you make 3 grand per month, over 6 months you would save 3 grand. And if you look at it closely, you'd actually save 600 per month, which comes out at 3.6 grand over the 6-month period. And if you were investing that money, you would actually make more. And principle number 3 is to stop spending on non-essentials. I know this is going to piss a lot of people off. I don't spend any money on Netflix, Spotify, or basically any entertainment on a monthly basis. Yes, I'll go to the cinema sometimes, but what I will not do is spend money on a subscription like Netflix or Spotify, or even something to do with PlayStation or Xbox, because it does not give me much value. I do spend on a subscription such as my Kindle because I learn directly from it, and I also spend on subscriptions that I use for my business, such as softwares and applications. But they're different because they make me money. So those little $9.99 per month subscriptions for Netflix and Spotify mightn't seem like a whole lot. You're thinking, €20 per month, that's nothing. If you look at that over 2 or 3 years, but if you look at the average time that people actually use those services, we're talking more about at least 5 years. If you were just to pay $9.99 for Netflix and Spotify on a monthly basis, over 5 years, you would have spent 1.2K. Now, if you were to take that 1.2K and you were to invest that, you would actually probably increase your money quite substantially. Let's say you increase it from 1.2K to 2K. Over 5 years, that's maybe attainable. You've now actually put yourself in a position where you're 3.2K better off because you've basically not lost that 1.2K and you've gained 2K. So if I was to say to you, look, by simply just reducing your spending by €20 a month, you're going to have an extra 2.5 grand in 10 years. You'd probably say, yeah, I'll do that. That's only €20, I can save that. And this is not to mention that if you were to take that money on a monthly basis and invest that and compound that in a high yield interest account, you'd have tons more money. So look, many people think that when you make money, you gotta buy designer clothes, you gotta buy a fancy car, and you gotta basically spend a ton of money. But that's not it for me. I don't drive a fancy car. I don't have some fancy ass apartment or fancy house. Basically, I'd rather save and invest my money so that I can basically retire early. I can have that option when I'm 30 to be like, hey, if I want to pack it in the morning, I can do so. Now, of course, you should still spend money, still spend on stuff. Invest in your health and invest in your personal development, invest in your business, but just maybe look at the things that you don't need to spend money on. Those non-essentials, those little things that really will just hold you back. So guys, that's it for this video. Bit of a different one today, but just wanted to share my kind of philosophy on money, what you should do with it, and why I think living a more frugal lifestyle is really the key. And I just want to say that I do spend money. Like, I go on holidays, I've gone to different countries for months on end, I've lived in really nice apartments, and I do all of that. But I just make sure that the amount I'm spending is much, much lower than the amount I'm earning. And living this way has tons of benefits, but it just means that you're more in control. So you basically know that every month when you make, let's say if it's 10 grand per month, that you're only actually going to spend maybe 2 grand of that on your rent, your food, all of that kind of stuff. And it just puts you in this amazing position where you have a lot of cash now that you can do a lot of things with. If you like this video, please go ahead and give me a like and comment down below. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.